Thank you for joining us for our due diligence video on MP Materials, ticker symbol MP. And in this video, we're going to do our standard due diligence on MP Materials to try to see is MP Materials, ticker symbol MP, a stock we want to buy now, something we want to put on our watch list to buy later, or is it something we want to avoid? So please stick around to the end of the video. We'll draw our conclusions based on all the input information from our initial due diligence on MP, ticker symbol MP, MP Materials Corp. So thank you again for watching, and we hope that this all helps. Okay, so who is MP Materials? Let's look at their homepage, and again, I'll leave the direct link to their homepage in the description box below. You can see they're stressing, American leadership. Again, one of the major issues is that most of these rare earth elements are produced outside the U.S., mostly controlled by China, possibly Russia and some other countries. But again, the U.S. does not have a stable supply of these types of rare earth materials that are used in electronics, EVs, etc. So, in my humble opinion, this is a strategic resource that we desperately need, and hopefully it will be supported. And again, from what I heard, the last company that owned this Mountain View mine went bankrupt. Essentially, the Chinese undercut their pricing, undercut their ability to make money, and they went bankrupt. And MP Materials bought out that mine, and as we will see, they seem to be being able to operate it profitably. So again, very positive. That's what they do. I see they're quoting Tesla. That's very interesting. So again, you can dig into more of the information about what they do, the details of the rare earth elements that they are mining. They're talking about how they're doing it sustainably, etc. So again, and then it looks like they have a whole video about their story, so you can read that or watch that on their homepage. So we hope that helps. Okay, let's do our due diligence on MP Materials Corp, ticker symbol MP in ChartMill. This is the profile for MP Materials in ChartMill. I'll leave the direct link to this profile in the description box below. We can see from their overview at a high level, their technical analysis rating is very poor currently. Again, this is as of July 17th, 2022. Again, their technical rating right now is very poor. The setup is relatively poor. We can see in the chart it's running below its moving averages. It's declining. We'll see this in more detail in the charts tab. We can see the sector, it's materials mining. We can see the fundamental analysis rating is generally pretty good, a little above average. Valuation's a little poor. It's got good growth. It's good health for 4.5 out of 5. It's got good profitability, so that's a good sign. They're profitable and healthy and growing, but the valuation may be an issue. So again, we can see more details about their profile. They're headquartered in Las Vegas, Nevada. So again, one of the reasons we're looking at MP Materials is that this is a U.S.-based rare earth mining company, which is the only one in the U.S. And you can see a number of the rare earth minerals that they produce. Neodymium, praseodymium, lanthanum, cerium oxides, carbonate. You can see how rare these things are. I can't even pronounce them. And you can see what they're used in. So these magnets are used, they produce magnets that are used in electric vehicles, EVs, drones, defense systems, turbines, etc. So you can see, again, why we're interested in taking a look and doing our due diligence on MP Materials. Okay, let's take a quick look at the stock chart for MP Materials in ChartMill. So if we look at the daily chart, again, we can see it's been in decline. We can see a recent It's running below its moving averages, below the trend line. We can see a recent death cross back in mid-June of 2022. And again, it's been a decline until very recently. And we can see it may have bounced off a longer-term low. And we can see previously when it bounced, it trended up from there. Let's look at the weekly, see if that holds. So again, we can see it's in decline. It's below its longer-term moving averages. So again, we can kind of see that testing of that longer-term low, but we can see some risk levels a little bit farther down in the 22-ish area, and then again back farther back. So again, if we look at the monthly, again we can see this 28 level seems to be a relative support level. We've got another one down at maybe 24-ish. And then down at around 18, going all the way back to December of 2021. Okay, if we look at the technical analysis for MP Materials in ChartMill, we can see currently as of July 17th, 2022, technical ratings very poor, 0 out of 10. We can see it's got decent average volume. It's an average performer, but all the trends, like we saw in the chart, are all very negative. It's below its 52-week low. We can see the setup is only 3 out of 10. So again, the technical analysis on MP Materials is currently very poor. And again, it's running below all of its averages. So all the trends are again negative right now. Okay, let's look at the fundamental analysis for MP Materials Corp in ChartMill. We see it has a pretty positive fundamental rating, 7 out of 10. It ranks well against its peers. We can see health is very positive, growth, profitability, its valuation where the issue is. So we can see profitability is 9 out of 10, which is awesome for a rare earth miner. Just FYI, is the mine that MP Materials took over is from a previously bankrupt previous mine that went bankrupt. So the fact that they're profitable is again an extremely positive mark for MP Materials. See their return on assets good, margins good, Petrovsky F is good, so that's a solvency type profitability issue, return on equity. So it's the valuation where they only have a 3 out of 10. So what are the issues there? Well, it's the price to earnings. Their PE ratio is a little bit high, although at just 7, it's high relative to other peers in the metals and mining industry. That PE ratio relative to the overall market really isn't that high. But again, you want to compare PE ratios to peers within the same industry to compare them head to head. The low PEG is positive, which is good. Some of the other forward earnings is reasonable. And the price to book isn't great, and their EBITDA is not great again. Now growth also, they're ranking very well, 8 out of 10. Revenue growth, we can see the curve, that looks very positive. EPS growth looks very positive. So these are great indications, so very positive. Health, 9 out of 10. And again, as I mentioned, the previous owner of this mine went bankrupt. So we really want to see, is MP going to be able to turn this around and actually survive? And we can see their Altman Z is very positive. So again, very positive, better than peers. So quick ratio is good. Their only issue is their debt. Debt to equity of 0. And it does not pay a dividend. So, okay, if we look at the analyst ratings for MP Materials Corp in ChartMill, we can see there's an 84% buy consensus. We see a number of 6 strong buys, 12 buys, 2 holds, no sells. Again, very positive. So analysts are very positive. You can see they're setting a mean price target at 49.69. So 72.8% above the current price, so analysts are very bullish. It's got decent coverage. and then we can see the trend of the ratings has been positive, going up. So again, analyst ratings on MP Materials is very positive. Okay, if we look at the ownership for MP Materials Corp in ChartMill, we can see it has heavy institutional ownerships, a little over 70% institutional ownership, 28% public, and a very small percentage, less than 2% of insiders. So we can see the institutional ownership has been relatively steady. We see the float shares outstanding, so there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. Again, 70% plus institutional ownership. See some insider transactions, which is slightly negative. And then we can see a recent buy back in June by one of the insiders. So in the institutional, high institutional ownership is very positive because, again, they were not likely to sell as quickly as public. Okay, let's do our due diligence on MP Materials Corp, ticker symbol MP, and Seeking Alpha. I'll leave this link to the profile and Seeking Alpha in the description box below. Take a quick look here, look at some of the news. So again, now we've got U.S. Inc. Steel, for heavy rare earth facility, rare earth, geopolitics, phenomenal execution, it makes it a buy, needed, rare earths needed now, etc. Indirect EV investment, again, a number of these materials are used in EVs. Buy recommendations, okay, so, generally positive, looks bright. So the ratings, authors buy, Wall Street buy, quant hold, valuation, they're giving it a D. So again, we saw it's a little overpriced, but growth A+, profitability B-. We see the revenue growth annually has got a nice curve to it. Quarterly. Near term, a little bit of an issue, so that may explain the recent decline and kind of flat for the near term. Earnings per share, again, quarterly, it looks like a little decline and then flat, so near term not very positive. But if we look annually, again, decent growth in 2022 and then kind of flat. So valuations, again, their PE is kind of high. Growth is good. Profitability, again, pretty decent. Return on assets, return on equity, decent. Market cap, very large, $5 billion. They do have a significant amount of debt, which is not atypical for any kind of miner. They do have a lot of cash, so they've got a billion plus in cash. It's not huge trading volume, 2 million, 3 million trading volume. Ownership, okay, so it's got a real distribution. We see a bunch of hedge funds here, 30% here. Institutions, 40%, so it looks like it's split. We've got some corporations, public corporations owning, so it's pretty distributed ownership. Is showing here 10% insiders, so the public's only got 13%. So most of this is held by institutions, hedge funds, other corporations, which is not necessarily bad because it gives it a level of stability. Short interest is a little high, 11% short interest, so you could get a little bit of a squeeze. You see its beta is 1.5, so it's significantly positive. It's going to move a little bit faster than the market. Altman Z is very positive, so solvency isn't an issue. So again, since they took over this mine from a company that couldn't make it and went bankrupt, that's very positive. Revenue's positive, good. EPS is nice and positive. Net income, good. Total debt, again, they've got some debt, significant. Cash flow is positive. Free cash flow per share is good. Again, the debt ratios, it's high, but again, per reminder, that's not, and they don't look, given their Altman Z scores, etc., it doesn't look like that debt is an issue or risk to the ongoing concern of MP Materials. Okay, let's do our due diligence on MP Materials, ticker symbol MP and FinViz. Again, I'll leave the direct link to this profile and FinViz in the description box below. Quick look at the chart. We can see there's this pivot point in the 33-ish area, 33 or 3250 type area. We can see this downtrend. We can see it's testing the bottom of this downtrend in the 27-ish area, and we'll zoom out in a minute. We can see it's below its moving average, and it's kind of bouncing off of that short-term moving average. So if we zoom out a little bit to the weekly, so, and again, we can see, you know, it looks like it's testing that bottom around 29-ish area, 28.85. We can see the previous low at 23. So, you know, we got maybe a 5 downside, and then much lower back here to 11. So, if we've got $5 downside and a potential up to about 60, so got a $30 upside, so you know, an attractive risk reward. This does look like it's in decline, so that's an issue. The short-term technical analysis, as we've seen, is pretty negative. So again, we can see it hasn't been around that long, so only goes back to 2020, June, July of 2020. So if we look at some of the metrics, again, it's making money. The book, cash per share is decent. It's got a large market cap. It is optionable. Sentiment's neutral. Again, the debt, it's got a significant debt, so that's one of the big negatives. The shares outstanding and float's relatively the same. So the target price right now, they're showing 49, so it's, you know, got some significant upside. We see if there's any significant news. So here's a good return on capital, conferences and things like that. Earnings beat was positive, profitable, again, that was very positive. So, and again, we see they own and operate and process rare earths. They own this Mountain Pass rare earth in Western Hemisphere. They've got the Mountain Pass, yep. And intellectual properties. So here they're showing cerium, lanthanum, neodymium, praseodymium, samarium, and founded in 2017. Again, they bought out a previously bankrupt mine in that location. So if we look at their financials, revenue is growing, that's positive. Look at their EPS. Again, it was negative and went positive, and it's growing. So that's very very attractive. So quarterly, again, looks relatively positive. EPS, again, positive. So all good indications here. Okay, if we do our due diligence on MP Materials in Webull, I'm on the online version of Webull. On the stock screen, we can see the chart, 1 month chart for MP Materials. Looks like it potentially hit a bottom off this support level, bounced up. Looks like it may be trying to test breaking through this next support level. So again, we see it's been in a steep decline. Looks like it reached that support and potentially trying to bounce off that support level. We see potential upside up to 60, so we've got, you know, about a 30 upside, and you know, maybe a worst case less than 30 downside, but it's got decent support there, and then also a lot of support down in the 24-ish, 25 area. So if we look at some of the information available in Webull, which I like these graphs. Again, you can click the lower pane. We can see the financial graphs. We can see their income has been above estimates and increasing. So again, very positive. Balance sheet, again, increasing and positive and above estimates, all very good. Cash flow was below estimates and then beat estimates, so again, very positive. Look at their income statement. Again, their net income is increasing, so that's good. Growth's going a little flat, but it's still increasing. Revenue, nice increase, that's good. Operating income, good. It's all looking very, very positive. Their liabilities are not increasing significantly, so their ratio is decreasing, so that's good. Total assets is relatively stable, and cash flow is good. So they look, nice and quite healthy, which for this mine is very positive, very surprising, given the last company that owns it went bankrupt. So analyst-wise, we see 12. They're buys. We've got mostly buys, a couple strong buys, some holds, no sells. The high end is 60, so it's kind of been, halfway towards that. The average is 48, so again, plenty of upside. Institutional ownership's relatively stable. Order flow, mixed. Looks like quite a bit of small. And it is in a number of ETFs, so that's somewhat positive. Corporate action, don't see anything, so that's obviously they don't pay a dividend. It is optionable, so again, you can write covered calls against your position, generate your own dividend, and then you can see the profile also here in Webull. So again, if we go back very quickly to that 1 month chart, we see it looks like it's potentially bouncing off that support line, trying to break out of there. So if it breaks out, heads back up, that would be extremely positive. Okay, just in full disclosure, before we give you our conclusions of our due diligence, just again, so you're aware, we are now long MP Materials Corp. We went long on MP Materials Corp. On July 14th at about 28.49 for a swing trade, as again we saw in the Webull chart, it bounced off that support level. Looks like it's trending up, and again, as you will hear, we like the basic concept behind MP. We believe it's a strategic, necessary resource that we need in the U.S. We've been watching MP for a very long time, waiting for it to come down to a reasonable price. And again, when we saw it coming down to that support level, it popped up on our scanners again, and we went long on MP on July 14th. So again, we will hopefully it will trend back up, and we will hold it and move stops up, as you can see in these previous BeachBum trading game plan videos. So again, you can see what our strategy, longer term strategy is for holding MP, but again, just in full disclosure, at the time of this video, we are long MP materials, but we could sell it at any point if it turns down, or to take profit if it reaches a resistance, a peak level. So, okay, so given all of our due diligence on MP Materials Corp, what are our conclusions as to, is MP Corp, Materials Corp, stock to buy now? And again, we saw they were profitable. They seem to have some growth. They seem to be healthy. Unlike, again, the previous owner of this mine, they seem to be able to make a profit at it. Again, we believe that these rare earth elements that are required for electronics, defense, EVs, etc., are a strategic, critical resource in the U.S. So again, we hope that the government, etc., will support them. So we think that's also a potential support or tailwind. So yeah, we saw in the charts that MP looks like it came down to a support level, bounced off, looks like it's trying to break out. So again, we think we've been watching MP for a long time, wanted to buy it for a long time, and have been just waiting for an attractive price, waiting for it to come down. to be able to buy. So again, we've had MP on our watch list for some time, and we think it's a reasonable stock to buy if it is at a support level at a bottom, turns up and heads back up. So again, we saw their profitability, their revenue all seem to be trending up. So again, all indications are very positive. So again, we think we're very bullish on MP Materials. We think it's a buy, and it's just a matter of the opportunity and potentially for a long-term hold. But again, if it reaches a peak of resistance or there's some other negative catalyst, then obviously you can take your profits and buy it back again when it turns down. So we hope this all helps. Please let us know in the comments below, in our Discord and our Facebook group, and let us know what you think of MP Materials. Do you think it's a buy now? Do you already hold it? What do you think are the pros and cons of buying MP Materials? So we look forward to your feedback, and we hope this all helps. Good luck and have a great trading day. The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch list, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You could also find a link in the social media category on our web page, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U, and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.